Ew, big fish-ish, y'all know what it is. And we got a dope sports lesson for y'all today involving Gavin Newsom. That's right, Gavin Newsom and all these LA fires. All right, so if you're like me, you relate everything to sports. It just makes the information easier to digest. It allows me to remove a lot of the emotions and just take away the lesson and the logic. But this is what Gavin Newsom reminds me of. All right, so if y'all know football, you know the cornerback, their job is to defend a wide receiver. Let's say that you have this wide receiver one-on-one. Your job is to cover that wide receiver. It doesn't matter whether that wide receiver is bigger than you, faster than you, stronger than you, maybe more athletic, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. Your job is to prepare accordingly. Your job is to prepare accordingly. Once again, all right? So when you prepare accordingly, you're supposed to take into account what type of player opposition you're going up against. Just like Gavin Newsom should take into account after seeing these fires come up over and over, just how to combat a fire that may be a little bigger, may be spread a little wider, may spread faster due to strong winds, all of these different things. Your job is to prepare accordingly, so therefore you can perform in the role that you're getting paid to perform in. That's why governors get paid the big bucks. That's why cornerbacks get paid the big bucks. So, you know who Gavin Newsom reminds me of? He reminds me of the type of player. Let's say you play cornerback and you consistently are getting beat. You knew who you were going to play against. You've been having a tough season. People keep running by you. People keep out muscling, whatever it may be. All right. You're not using the technique that the coach taught you, not relying on a strategy. Matter of fact, after you get beat, you're running off to the sideline. And now you're telling the coach, like, hey, coach, man, to be honest, it doesn't matter about the technique. It doesn't matter about the strategy, what defense we call. This guy's just too big. He's too fast. He's too strong. He's too athletic. Doesn't matter what I do. I'm not going to be able to cover him. That coach should appreciate your honesty. That coach should definitely appreciate your honesty. And the next thing that coach is going to do, the next thing that coach is going to do is get on the headset and say, hey, who else do we have at corner? It doesn't matter who it is. Get me anybody. We need to replace Gavin. Gavin will not be going into the game anymore because Gavin has acknowledged that he cannot compete with the player that he is in a role to cover. We can appreciate all the honesty. We can appreciate you saying, oh, it's just too fast. It sounds a little bit when you say you don't trust the technique, or it doesn't matter whether the technique or the strategy, it doesn't matter, the player's just too fast. That sounds a lot like, well, it doesn't matter if there was water in the fire hydrants. It doesn't matter if there was no water in the local reservoirs. The fire, the embers were everywhere. The wind was just moving too fast. I don't know. I guess that's for the armchair quarterbacks to decide. And since I'm playing armchair quarterback at this moment, I'm looking at Gavin Newsom like that player. And if I was the head coach, I would do the exact same thing. Gavin, appreciate your honesty, appreciate you being willing to admit that your athletic ability and your technique that you are using, it doesn't matter what it is, you're just not able to cover that guy. So, no, not to take it personal, but we're going to replace you. Gavin, you will no longer be in the game anymore, and we're going to look for a replacement that will buy into the preparation, that will be better prepared, that will be better equipped to go against this particular player or any other player, no matter whether they're big, fast, strong, or no matter whether that fire and the winds are just so crazy and the embers are all over and they're getting in your hair. Yeah, we get all that. But your job is to do what? Let's reference the Patriots here. Your job is to do your job. And if your job is to cover that wide receiver, nobody wants to hear excuses. Either you can get the job done or you can't get the job done. And if Gavin Newsom is showing us that he can't get the job done, then I guess just like life and a lot of other jobs that we work, you're going to be replaced. With that, I'll see y'all soon. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are. Ew.